The argument that we find ourselves faced with today is a vital one, in that it has absolutely no relevance to the modern world and doesn't really matter at all to anyone. So hopefully you enjoy this. We will be having one side that is for the Jedi and another side that is for the wizard from Harry Potter. Both sides will be represented by myself. This is such a ridiculous question because the wizard would obviously win in a fight between a Jedi and a wizard. The wizard has so many different spells at his or her disposal that the Jedi would just get overwhelmed. Plus, the wizard has spells that would just kill you automatically, like Avada Kedavra. Yeah, the Jedi are powerful, but like they can't escape death. We see that in the movies all the time, right? Obi-Wan Kenobi dies, Luke Skywalker dies, all the Jedi eventually die. So any spell that allows the wizard to just straight up kill a Jedi is going to be superior to anything that the Jedi can throw at the wizard. And I know that the guy arguing the other side is going to be like, oh, but what about the lightsaber? Well, guess what? That's what Expelliarmus is for, when they actually disarm their opponent using a spell. That's knocking the lightsaber right out of the Jedi's hand. So yeah, lightsaber would beat wand normally, but they're never going to be able to use their lightsaber because an Expelliarmus spell is going to get cast and they're going to remove the Jedi's weapon. I would also argue that Expecto Patronum, the spell that summons your Patronus to defend you, would also work against Jedi. I know it's usually used for fighting off Dementors, but I think it would work to stop the Jedi from attacking you with the Force as well. Any kind of maneuver that would distract the Jedi would be really, really important. And finally, we also have to talk about how the wizard can just match the Jedi's powers, right? Because we have Confundo, which allows an object to actually be brought to life or animated that can then attack the Jedi. So any kind of like force trick or anything like that is going to be able to be blocked by all these different objects that you've animated as a wizard. So in summary, the Jedi has almost no defense for the most powerful of the wizard's spells, and anyone that says otherwise is an idiot. Anyone who thinks that a wizard would be able to beat a Jedi in single combat is a complete idiot. I have one word for you that's going to explain everything about how this fight is going to play out. Wand. We all know, for example, that a wizard cannot cast spells without his or her wand. And you know what the best way to remove the wand is? With the Force. So the Jedi can reach out with the Force, use their powers to pull the wizard's wand out of their hand. They can even just force crush the wand, right? I actually don't know if a broken wand will work in casting magic, but they can force crush the wand, or they can even reach out and stop the wizard's hand with the Force so that the wand is not pointing at them when the spell is cast. And that will be the decisive difference in the battle between a wizard and a Jedi. It's also going to be a matter of fighting styles, right? Where the wizard just stands there and they flick their wrists at each other when they're having a duel. But a Jedi moves around. Actually, the flow of motion is the entire way of the Jedi fighting style, right? They have the seven different phases of fighting for the Jedi, or the seven different combat styles for the Jedi, some of which are highly acrobatic. So, for example, if a Jedi is using Form 4, Soresu, against a wizard, they're going to be flying all over the place. They're going to be using force-assisted leaps, and they're going to be dodging all of the wizard's attacks. This, of course, is if the wizard still has their wand, which is the main point of this argument. Disarming a wizard is way easier than disarming a Jedi because a Jedi has more tools at his disposal to effectively disarm the wizard. And once the wizard is without his or her wand, they are essentially powerless, and they can get lopped in half Darth Maul style with a lightsaber. I think I rest my case here. Well, there you have it. Two very compelling arguments from a very, very talented speaker. It's up to you to decide now who would win between a Jedi or a wizard. And remember, the stakes in this argument are very, very low.